Quite the attire on the Pistons as they made their way through the tunnel earlier. They're geared up to give their fans a big treat here at home tonight. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Isaac out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Lively in at the 5. And for the Pistons, sliding in at the wing spots, it's Ivy and Thompson. Siakam is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Bailey in at the point. And Greg, on paper, this looks like a real mismatch. These teams have very different expectations.
And in any matchup like this, the early stages are important. The team coming in as a big underdog has to keep it close, otherwise things can go south in a hurry.
Siakam with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Siakam passes to Bailey. Step back shot. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside. And Doncic throws it down.
Really tough to predict what Kyrie is going to do because he's so special playing out of the pick and roll.
Kyrie Irving.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against Memphis.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Thompson misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
That one misses. Here we see the Detroit Pistons, Greg, a franchise known for stifling defense.
And going back-to-back with the bad boys, then the amazing 2004 title team that shut down Shaq and Kobe. When the Pistons have been great, they've had that defense-first mentality.
Love watching Klay Thompson and that easy stroke of his.
Got that one up quick.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Doncic feeling it out. Back to Thompson. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Here's Siakam. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Irving from long range. Here's Doncic. Out to Thompson. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Thompson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. That's 7 points for Klay Thompson.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Up top, Reid. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Driving to the basket. Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got 5 now.
Showing off some tight handles. Ivy certainly doesn't lack for confidence.
Ivy against Irving. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Ivy against Irving. And you look at Jaden Ivey, Brent. First of all, he gives you great size in the backcourt.
Well, what anybody guarding him would tell you, Kevin, is he brings unreal athleticism. His first step is lightning quick.
Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Detroit, Ivy.
First one falls for him.
And with Ivy, you get this relentless energy. He plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
He's perfect from the line this time. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Irving kicks to Thompson. Another three for Dallas.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Drummond's checked in for the Mavericks. Washington comes in for Isaac. Thompson misses.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
First team foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
And Greg, with back-to-back games part of the schedule, how do teams feel getting into the latter part of that combo, like tonight?
Well, these games can be especially taxing mentally and physically. At this point, it's a war of attrition, and really, who can survive the night?
First trip to the line for him here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Free throws good from Doncic.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Now the pass to Siakam. Reed with it, looking to end the run. A rebound by Washington. Stolen by Thompson. Siakam up top, defended by Drummond. Bailey passes to Reed. Over Irving. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Doncic outside to the paint. Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following the score by Dallas.
Really tough to get a shot over the frame and jumping ability of Andre Drummond. He got up there and got that one.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Klay Thompson.
Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Ivy with the bucket.
The answer, Jaden Ivey right back at you.
Dallas leading by 6. Here's Doncic. They get it back. Nobody near Irving. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
So for the Pistons, Cole comes in for Reed. And it's Bridges in for Pascal Siakam. Bridges kicks to Ivy. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Bull. Covered by Gafford.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Doncic against Thompson. Here's Gafford. Count that one. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Ivy with it. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Bailey passes to Bull. Tries again. Rebounded by Gafford.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Pistons trailed by 10. Bailey passes to Bridges. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by the Pistons.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Thompson dishes to Ivy. Now, here's Bridges. He started closer. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
At the line.
That one on Hardy.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Mavericks leading by 8. And here's Beverly. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Hardy. Another 3 for Dallas.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Here's Wall. Pass to Ivy. Now Hunter. Passes it to Wall. Bridges outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ivy. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Now here's Hardy. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Beverly, the pass to Gafford. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Ivy against Beverly. Outside, Wall. The 3, Bridges. Rebounded by Gafford. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a 13-point game. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
Now, here's Ivy. 10 points for him. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Bridges against Washington. Here's Gafford. Kicks to Beverly. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Pistons trailed by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now, here's Hunter. hasn't made one yet. Ivy dishes to Bull. Back to Ivy. Over Beverly. The offensive rebound. Bull. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now, here's Hardy. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. From about 19 feet, Stafford kicks to Washington. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Over to the wing. It's stolen. He takes it in. Powered down with both hands.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Wall, following the score by Dallas. Bridges passes to Ivy. Back to Bridges. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Bridges with the steal. Now Hunter. Still yet to score. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's Beverly. There's the pass to Washington. No good with the triple. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Mavericks lead by 16. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Siakam is out there with Thompson. Then there's Reed. And it's Wall in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pistons trailed by 19. Credit where credit is due. P.J. Washington is one hard-working guy on the floor. Isn't he, Greg?
He's got that grittiness to him, Kevin. Values every chance he gets to affect the game. And like you said, he puts a ton of effort into his play.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. These days, the ball is in Pascal Siakam's hands. He says it means everything. Being on the ball just gives you a better rhythm. I don't think it's hard. It's just something you grow into. I have those images in my head of where I want to get to. Now, defenses often look to double, and he said, if I played me, I would do that too. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Bailey. From past the arc. Rebounded by Isaac.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Thompson dishes to Irving. Back to Thompson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball violation. It'll be a jump ball.
And Detroit has possession. Pistons trailed by 19. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Thompson passes to Siakam. And Lively pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Down low, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Well, Irving is an excellent facilitator. He's going to have those big openings. He'll take advantage.
Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Bailey, guarded by Doncic. Tipped away. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Here's Bailey. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
Lively, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now a timeout called by Detroit. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some have argued for changing the charge rule. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. It seems less extreme.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Good. Isaac's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Bailey. Back to Wall. Here's Bailey. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Thompson, Detroit, no good that time either.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here's Irving. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Memphis. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And that one goes long. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Shot clock at 6. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Dallas has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Here's Irving. Behind the back and lays it in. Irving's got 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Bailey passes to Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. We love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs.
Take a break.
And also, I like these two-game, like baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Isaac, and so Thompson nails both of them. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Poked away and stolen by Siakam. Ahead, here's Wall. Finished off the break.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Doncic with it. Picked up by Thompson. To the middle. They get a hand on it. Rebound, Detroit. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter. And it'll be the Mavericks with their first timeout here in the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And a little spring cleaning now. Let's see what stays and what's gone in the new power rankings. You look at Houston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And guys, right now for Dallas, they're just taking it one game at a time, dismantling each opponent along the way as they were predicted to do.
Well, good job of reading the pick and roll there from Patrick. You give him a passing lane, he's going to get to it.
The Pistons have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And there's the drive and the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Here's Bailey, defended by Drummond. Siakam trying to free himself up.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Beverly, the pass to Drummond.
Pistons 5.
Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Mavericks, number 1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the Pistons making a change here. And, well, Detroit shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Hunter's checked in for Thompson. And here's Hardy. He's got 5. And they call an illegal screen here. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Look at the Mavericks. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And I think for the Mavericks, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Back to Beverly, out left of the wing. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. That one good for 2.
That's a pretty impressive finish from Montrezl Harrell.
The assist.
And, well, Detroit shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Passes to Bridges. He kicks it to Hunter. Feeds it to Bull. And it's sent back by Drummond. Down low. Here's Prosper. Now here's Hardy. He has 5. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
That's tipped. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. A moment now to check out some numbers for him. Mavericks making a switch here. Gafford's checked in.
Daniel Gafford.
Beverly against Ivy. And he makes good on the layup. Ivy's got 12.
Sticking with it. Ivy knows better than to back off because of contact.
To the inside. Bridges with the steal. Here's Wall. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Assist from
Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
It's deflected. Drummond passes to Hardy. Just 4 to shoot. Cans the shot from the wing. Hardy's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Bridges kicks to Ivy. A 3-pointer is right on target. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
The pass to Hardy. Here's Prosper. He had 15 points last outing. A 3-ball. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
It's Dallas basketball.
Here's Hardy. Lays it up off the glass.
Jaden Hardy.
9 points for Jaden Hardy. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Bridges outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. That one goes in.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Beverly against Ivy. To the paint. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And it's Wall with the ball for the Pistons. Pass to Ivy. In the corner, it's Hunter. Offline with his 3. Dallas has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the 3-pointer to their advantage. Here's Prosper. Here's the 3. And Bull pulls it down. And, well, Detroit shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Dishes to Bridges. From deep, Wall. The shot will not fall.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And it's Beverly missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
First personal foul.
For Detroit, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
At the line for Detroit. Wall.
The first free throw is good. A different look for Dallas. Isaacs checked in for Drummond. Wright comes in for Hardy. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
The Mavericks have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Wall. And the rejection by Gafford. Doncic against Ivy. Doncic kicks to Gafford. Here's Prosper. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. It'll count. That shot off. And so it's Dallas, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Man, this was a brawl inside. Shaq, I know you like this. Man, the guys were sacrificing their bodies, making plays through contest, just wearing the hard hat. That's how this game's gotten out of hand so far.
And Shaq, how about what you saw from the Pistons?
Their effort on the board has been horrendous. That's a good way to get blown out. Only way they can turn this thing around is to start winning the rebounding battle, to win the battle of possession. Otherwise, they're my favorite, avocado toast.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Thompson is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Lively in at the center, locking down the middle.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And that one's good, Irving.
And such a gifted finisher. Once Kyrie gets inside, he knows he's got you where he wants you.
Irving against Ivy. And it's sent back by Isaac. Doncic dishes to Irving. No good. Shot missing. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bridges checks in.
Miles Bridges.
And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. Klay Thompson, number 1.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
And he is very, very careful with his shot selection, which has led to that high percentage, but not to the point where he's too conservative. He's still willing to force the issue when the situation calls for it. He'll just work that much harder for a good look.
Here's Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Miles Bridges.
Kyrie, certainly one of the craftiest players in the league with the ball in his hands. Just a nightmare to defend, especially in space.
Both free throws good for Irving. Ivy with it. He's got 15. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Lively. Ivy defending, and it's good. 2 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Reed misses.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic, the past month has been surreal. He's putting up 31 points per, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now, here's Bridges. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Irving finds Doncic.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
Here's Bailey. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Reed. Can they get it? Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play.
What's up?
It's on Luka Doncic. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for Reed. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Irving from long range. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Irving's got 13 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Ivy passes to Reed. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Great vision from Ivy. That's what sets him apart at the 2-guard spot.
Doncic left side. Shot from 12. Here's Lively. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Now, here's Ivy. He's got 15 over Irving. The shot by Ivy, no good.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
Irving against Ivy. Irving drives in, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Thompson. Isaac with the steal. And they're on the break. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Play showing a little bit of speed in the open floor there as he gets up the lane in transition.
Jonathan Isaac.
Here's Bailey. Passes it to Ivy. And Reed has it in the corner. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
Detroit basketball.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Hardy in for Luka Doncic.
P.J. Washington. Hardy.
Here's Bailey. 5 on the clock. Shot from 12. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Here's Reed. Got a hand on it. Out to the wing. Hardy passes to Lively. Now here's Hardy. Ivy defending. And there's the pass to Hardy. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Jaden Ivey.
Third personal foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And another difference maker that we could point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there, they've had active hands, they've been in great position, and they've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
Here's Bailey, covered by Irving. Bailey passes to Wall. Here's Bull, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, on a per-minute basis, Bull is one of the better rebounders and shot blockers in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's not all done on the inside. He grabs a lot of long rebounds, and he contests shots on the perimeter. This guy is more than capable out there.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Pistons. And that one's good. Beverly.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Bailey. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Hardy passes to Beverly. Rebound by the Pistons. Bulls got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
13 foul.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Checking in for the Mavericks.
Detroit's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Bailey. Outside, Wall. And the 3 off target. Maverick shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. To the wing right side. Here's Prosper. They get it again. Drummond uses the glass to finish the layup. Drummond's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Time now for an injury report. Now an update on Pascal Siakam from the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, what'd you find out?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer of the Pistons gave us some information. I'm being told that it is a fractured hand. There's lots of heavy heads in that training room right now. They have no idea when he'll be able to return, but it's certainly not tonight. Guys?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And here is Doncic. He's got 16. Pass to Hardy. There's the 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Doncic with the steal. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pistons passing it around. Here's Wall again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Inside. Here's Bull. He can't get that one. Good D by Drummond. Hardy passes to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
From ultra close range, Doncic.
Detroit's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hunter finds Thompson. 5 to shoot. And the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got 9.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Doncic passes to Gafford. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 20. In the corner, it's Gafford.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Doncic.
2 minutes.
Fires away from way outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
And it's time for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Patrick Beverly's doing. David.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas. He told me that he bruised his rib. He's got a pretty good mark there, and he is really feeling it. And for a team that's gearing up for the playoffs, this could make things very difficult going forward. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. And the Mavericks call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Wright comes in for Hardy. Hits the three-point bomb. Wright's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Passes it to Bull. Hunter with it. Thompson surveying the floor. There's the dish to Bull. Here's Bailey. The baseline jumper goes down. Bailey's got 10 points here in the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Second chance effort, and it's Gafford laying it in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Wall passes to Hunter. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. To the paint, Bailey. No good with the layup. Maverick shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Here's Wright. And Ball sends it back. Thompson, high post. Hunter with it. He got it up, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Mavericks ahead, just dominating this one. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Baldwin. Terrence Davis is out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Poked loose. Washington with it. Picked up by Davis. Outside Irving. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
It's Dallas basketball.
Pistons on defense. Irving passes to Isaac. Irving against Davis. 4 on the shot clock. From the high post. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. Wall looking for an opening. The pass to Davis. Now Hunter. That shot off. Great D that time from Irving. Fast break, Dallas. And then Washington with the dunk.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Davis. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
And it's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Lobbed up there for Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
And at 6'11", Isaac's able to take a hit and still get the deuce.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Irving with the steal. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Knocked away. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Little, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Mavericks making a switch here.
Substitution.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Irving kicks to Morrison. All alone. Count the basket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Kyrie Irving.
Wall dishes to Davis. It's deflected. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Irving against Wall. Irving kicks to Morrison. Over Little. And the shot is long.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
DeLon Wright.
That's his first foul. Ivy's checked in for the Pistons.
First team.
Pass to Jeffries.
Coming onto the floor.
Here's Little. 6 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good. Little's got his first points of the game.
Well, everyone digs the long ball, but I like to see Nasir working on this mid-range, 12 to 18 feet out, and finding some consistency.
And he makes that one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Davis drives in, and it's slammed in by Davis.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
And you can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Kicks to Little. Wide open look. The Mavericks pull it in. Lively's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Outside Irving.
Love the aggressive play right there from Kyrie when he gets into the paint. Determined to score, but for sure get contact.
First free throw is good. Doncic is checked in for Wright. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Little, and he banks in the layup. Little's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Nasir Little finishing through that bump.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Little. Back to Irving. To the right side. Little with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. Mavericks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, if he wants to, Kyrie can drive at will. He's got out of this world shake and bake moves.
Knocks it loose. And here's Ivy. Pass to Jeffries. He dishes it to Little. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ivy, no one around him. Got 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Irving against Davis. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And Kyrie looks to be ready for anything that the defense is throwing at him. He's in total control.
Davis, the pass to Baldwin. Ivy on the wing. Drills the three-pointer.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Irving kicks to Morrison. Davis against Irving. To the inside. Morrison. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Mavericks making a switch here. Hardy's checked in. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Bailey. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. And the pass to Ivy. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Here's Bailey. Pass to Bridges. In the corner, Bull with it. From deep. Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Now, here's Hardy. Ivy defending. Here's Lively. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Detroit, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Pass to Bailey. Now Reed on the wing. Bridges. Clock at 4. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Bailey misses.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Here's Morrison, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Out of bounds.
Detroit making a switch here. Hunter's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Washington's checked in. Passes to Ivy. The pass to Bailey. Clock at 6. Drops in the tray. Bailey's got 13 points in the second half.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Shot from 16. They get it back.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Now, here's Ivy. Tight defense on him. And another three for Detroit.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Doncic. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 25 points in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Hunter, here we go. The shot, no good. Nice D from Doncic. The Mavericks shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Harden, that's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Bailey passes to Ivy. Banked in off the glass. Ivy's got 8 here in the quarter.
I mean, Ivy is stronger than you might imagine with that kind of play. That's tough.
Pass to Hardy.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes. Detroit, 5. Ivy, 4th personal foul. 13 foul.
Free throw good. Hardy.
Shooting for Dallas.
He hits both from the stripe. And so it's Detroit with it. Now here's Ivy. He kicks the ball. Over Washington. And Lively pulls it down. Dallas shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Detroit's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Morrison, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First personal foul.
And the first one drops.
Team 4.
And he makes both free throws. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Bailey. In the corner, it's Bridges. Off target from outside. Gafford with the ball. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
We appreciate all of you coming out.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you played tonight?
I'm just used to pace the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.